Hey, we back. I'm here on Discord, and today we're talking about a bot other than Medei. What? Shock horror. Unbelievable. Heresy. Anyway, I am trying to get out the video of the top 30 ranks on Medei, the little graph thing. It takes a while, and I've also been doing a lot of Minecraft. You'll see that coming up. But for now, I thought I would get on with this because I've been meaning to do a little OWObot tutorial as well for a while. Because believe it or not, I've been doing OWObot considerably longer than I have been with Medei. I know a thing or two, and since we were doing Medei tutorials, why not do OWObot tutorials as well? Now, being as pretty much everyone that is going to be watching this probably wanting Medei stuff, not knowing about OWObot, we're going to start at the basics, and I'm going to try and be explaining how the bot works, and who knows, maybe we'll get some people joining with the fun. I know there's a couple of people that have tried to use the bot on my server over here. Feel free to join, link in description. But you can of course use it on any other server, and if you do know how the bot works, then great. I will be doing more strategy based stuff later on, like about the battling. So, getting into it, let's start off with what the bot is, because it's not that similar to Medei. Not quite. It has a lot of different stuff. Once again, we've got our help message, as always, and there's a lot of different stuff here. There's rankings. This is all global stuff. Well, no, actually, there is server-based stuff and global stuff. There's a mixture of the two. Shouldn't have said that, but yeah, there we go. It's both. I mean, because it was wrong. There's global and local. It's great. It's great. We've got the economy. Currency is called currency because, I mean, technically it's currency, but it looks like currency to me, so that's how I say it. But yeah, you know, oh, haha, funny. We've got give, which is, you know, to give the currency. Daily, which gives you some currency, and vote, which also does that, and so on. Then we've got animals. This is one of the main parts of the bot, collecting animals and battling with animals and doing stuff with animals. We've got gambling, because of course there's these pictures stuff, which exists. You know, like define an 8-ball as well, just random commands. There's these other stuff that don't really affect anything, although a lot of them do have rankings, or some of them do. And then there's random things like OFI. So for example, I could type in a sentence. Here we go. Let's have a demonstration of this command, shall we? Wow. Thank you, OWObot. That is excellent. And then we can make it do its own thing as well, which just is stupid. Anyway, so it's a lot of just random fun stuff like that. The main thing that we're going to be talking about today and in the future is the animals, the economy, and I guess the rankings, yeah. We also have what most people think the bot is, which is meme generation, emotes, and actions. This is obviously a large amount of commands, but yes, so we can have, for example, a smile, and then it sends a little GIF. There's a nice GIF of Shin on there, very cool. And most people just assume the bot is about this. However, there is a lot more to it. This is why I've been using the bot for so long. I actually started using this bot pretty soon after it came out. I'll explain all about the animals later, but we can see evidence of this in my zoo. I believe this is the first one I got, 2018 July 4th. That says the date right on it. So that's when I started using it. I in fact started using it a bit before then with the 10k turtle. The 10k turtle was literally available when I started using the bot. Unfortunately, I didn't get it, so I can't prove that. But someone else that started at the same time as me did get it, so that's fun. Anyway, so you can see that I've been using this bot for a long time. And it's good fun. So, how does it work? Well, we'll start with OWO, simply. OWO, that counts as a command. Kind of, technically. Typing that will get you 2 currency. And it also will go onto the leaderboard. There is a leaderboard. We search OWO top. I've said it a total of 14,000 times. It's not actually that much for the people that have been around on the bot as long as I have. I don't actually I'm not very active using commands. I mostly just collect my dailies and my hunt bot and stuff, but we'll get to that. But that's a leaderboard. You can get people going really insane on it. In fact, we probably need to put points in there or something like that. Yeah, because that'll get guild ranks. There is guild ranks as well. So this is a server, right? Each of these are servers. OWOBot support the official server, as you can see, pretty high up there, but not at the top. But here we go, the global rankings. This guy said OWO 750,000 times. Of course, you can bot it, but that's against the rules, and you will be banned for things like that, so don't. And also, it has a cooldown of 10 seconds-ish, so you can't spam it either. So, yeah. That's a thing. Now, of course, we move on to actual commands. For example, you can get your daily. Obviously, I've used mine, but this will give you a couple of hundred currency when you start using it, and you get a streak. And then you get up to 1,000. You've got a cap of 1,000. But if I search for when I last did my daily, we have this up here. Here we go. 327-day streak. 1,000 currency there. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I don't keep my streak that long. I mean, it could be like 3 years at this point, but I do lose it sometimes. This is probably the longest I've ever held it, actually, so that's great. I mean, coronavirus does all manner of different things, doesn't it? But yeah, there you go. That maxes out 1,000 per day. And voting will do the same, give you some currency. So that's the first methods of getting currency, which is going to be necessary for a lot of things. For example, hunting, OOH, which is short for OO Hunt, the same as Meday. You can shorten pretty much everything. Can't shorten the OO, that's just there. But yeah, H is the same as Hunt. And this, you can see I've got a bunch of gems, so I get a bunch of animals, but this costs 5 currency, which is pretty much nothing in modern economy. Back when the bot started, it was a lot, but OWOBot has changed a lot over the years. In fact, a lot more than Meday has changed. So perhaps a history video is in order at some point. But yeah, basically nowadays 5 currency is pretty much nothing, and you will get an animal. You'll also get XP for your other animals, but again, we'll get into that. You get an animal, you've got a pig, and then we've got these gems which get you more animals. So let's have a look at the gems. If I go on my inventory, we can see, again, in for short for inventory, we can see all the gems that I've got. These ones at the top, the diamond-y shaped ones, will get you more animals. The rest is fabled. I don't have any fabled gems right now. I've kept a fabled blocks for no reason, so I could get one. But yeah, legendary gems here. So the rest we get common, uncommon, rare, epic, mythic, legendary, fabled. Pretty sure you can't get hidden gems. With my luck, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, hidden gems don't exist. Only up to fabled. So, yeah, pretty good. As you can see, I'm using all legendaries at the moment. I normally use all legendaries. If I get a fabled, I'm lucky. If I have to use a mythic, I'm unlucky. But it does happen every now and again. So yeah, this one will get you extra animals per hunt. This is how I'm getting so many. This one will double it. Well, that tooltip isn't in the right place, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, this one will double it. Here we go, back up there. So with this one, it'll get me like 10 animals, and this one will get me up to 20. You know, something like that. And then this one increases the chance of me getting a gem animal, which I'll explain later. All of these animals do have different tiers. But first I'll say how you get the gems. We get loot boxes. Loot boxes are here. We can open them one at a time, like that. You can open multiple. If I type like, oh, loot box 2, there we go, I've opened 2. And if I want to open all of them, I can type, oh, loot box all. Of course, I only have one left after having done those 2 commands. But oh, loot box all would open all of the loot boxes that I had remaining. So there you go. And then they'll just go into your inventory. For using the fabled one, it's just we'll use 49. You see the little number next to it. This is its ID, and this is how many you have. So this is ID 50, and I have 4. So you would just do we'll use 49 for that. I'm not going to run it because I keep that one. And then to use the gems, again, O or use. In fact, well, it's equip actually. I wonder if use works. That'd be interesting to discover. I don't know. But it's equip, so I don't know what I was talking about. But yeah, equip. So for example, let's say I wanted to equip one of these. That'd be equip 70, and then I've got 2 of them. Of course, I can't equip one because I've already got one. You can only have 1 of each type of gem. And then you get animals. Congrats, you now have animals. They get put in your zoo, which is what we saw up here. I have a pretty thick zoo, because I've been using the bot for a while. Again, it could be a lot thicker. For example, if you're a Patreon. I do have the 1 Patreon animal here for when we had Patreon gems, and you could get them, but again, that's probably for a different video. When you first start off, you'll only be able to see these first 5 tiers. Again, common, uncommon, rare, epic, mythic, and then legendary will be hidden for you, but that does exist, the same as the gems. We also have fabled down here, and then we have hidden at the bottom, which will pop in with the animation. There we go. I only recently got my hidden monkey. My ratio is whack. It's meant to be 1 hidden to 10 fabled, but I am stupidly unlucky, and I've got 1 hidden to 42 fabled. In fact, I had over 30 fabled before I got my first hidden. On the other hand, I know people that have got a hidden before they've got any fabled, or rather a hidden before they've got like 3 fabled or something like that. So it really does depend on your luck with that one. I'm not on the lucky side, but oh well, whatever. There's these extra ones in the middle, gem animals. Like I said, you get them with manual hunts. They're increased by this. We've got bot ones, which are got from your hunt bot, which I'll explain later. And there's also distorted, which I've not managed to get yet because, like I say, I don't do very many manual commands, so you can only get them from manuals, not from huntbot. So there you go. Also, the special ones, these are for events. For example, the July 4th event, and we've got Halloween, and that was when there was a bug in the game. I can't remember what bug, but there's a couple of bug ones. One of them was for a blackjack exploit, and there was a couple for other things, whatever. Yeah. When we had 250k servers. Like I say, when I first started, there was the 10k turtle, so that's when the bot was in 10,000 servers. It's now in almost 2 million servers. It just went up more. So yeah, it's grown a lot over the years. And then you've got the Patreon animals. There's 5 of these. I only have the 1 of them because Patreon gems were only existing for a couple of weeks. And then there's the proper sparkly Patreon animals that you could only ever get with Patreon, which is what you'll see people with huge zoos have, because, yeah, I've not got Patreon, the same as how I don't have Patreon on the day. So there you go, all your animals, and you get them with your hunt. And then you can add them to a team. We've got our team. Go, instructions on how to add and remove and whatever up here. And then you put these in here. They've all got stats. I won't explain how the battling system works in detail because that is for probably another video, but just trust me, it exists, the stats exist. High stats are obviously good, some stats are better than others, and animals put in team. You can put any animals in your team. Again, there's a good strategy behind that. It's for another video. And then in order to battle with your animals, OOB, short for OO Battle. Steve goes into battle. I have my team, the boys, and then we're up against Fuck Me Daddy, because you can name your team whatever the hell you want, including weird symbols and stuff. So, and I think emojis as well. Anyway, yeah, so this is level 13 animals. These are all rares, and they're epic weapons. These are not good, and these are also not good. He's not got a strategy here, and that's why I beat him in only 5 turns without losing a single health point on any of my animals. Because that's how it works. Yeah, again, there's a lot of strategy to this. It's for another video. But we noticed we get some XP for that. Also a reminder that we got some XP for the team when we did a hunt, and that is what will level up our animals. As you can see, you need a lot of XP to level them up. This got me 200, the hunt got me 100, and I need 5 million to level them up. So, yeah. How do you get so much XP, and how do you get so many animals? Hunt bot. This is where we move on to next. Hunt bot. HB. I think you can also do auto hunt. I've not got mine to that higher level because, you know, I don't really do stuff actively. But I've been using it for a long time, so I'm pretty much maxed out. just need to finish leveling up my experience. Speaking of which, this is how you upgrade your certain things. EXP, you can shorten experience to EXP, of course. I'm going to put in the exact right amount of essence, and there we go, successfully upgraded with animal essence. This is my animal essence here, and this is the amount that it takes to upgrade, and now I get more EXP per hour. As you can see, it's currently hunting. He will be back in 14.5 hours, and he will get me a few thousand animals. Where does it say? Almost 6,000 animals, 140,000 experience. You notice why this is pretty pathetic now. To be fair, if you grinded it all out, you might get more, and you get more if your streak is higher and all the rest of it. My streak is not that high right now because it got reset. My highest is up here, 1,800. It's still not that great. My team is not actually optimal. I just like having Fabled because it's a bit of a flex, and they're high level, so why not? But it's certainly not a bad team. Anyway, yeah, so there you go. The upgrades here, this will get you animals per hour. This is how long you can hunt for. This is the cost that it takes, because of course this cost me a lot of currency to set off. You've got the amount of essence that you gain per hour, the amount of XP you gain per hour, and this is the percentage chance to get the radar pets, which is the ones I mentioned earlier here. Got Giraffe Bot and Sloth Bot. There's again 5 of them. I haven't got the others yet. They are pretty rare to this day. My radar is a reasonable level, I think. I did put a lot of essence into it when radar was first added. And I've basically not upgraded this since. But I had radar level 38 before any of this stuff was maxed out. Well, cost was maxed out, but none of this stuff was maxed out. Cost is really easy to max out. But yeah, the other stuff was super far behind. I would say like level 100 each on these instead of 200. And I got level 38 radar. It was kind of stupid. I just thought it'd be funny. But anyway, you can see how I'm not really optimal with this bot. I know how to be optimal, but I just don't bother. So that's fun. But yeah, Huntbot's great. You can just set it off for 24 hours, have it hunting permanently. I use Tatsumaki reminders to let me know when it's going to finish, so I can set it off straight away, which is working pretty nicely, and that will get you pretty much all of the materials that you're going to need to do stuff. What have I not mentioned? I've not mentioned weapons. I did mention about the weapons briefly in the battling. Weapons is a thing, you get them from weapon crates. We can see here I have only 16 weapon crates. That's OWC, which is short for weapon crate. I'm not going to open them now because I have to sort them or whatever. But yes, you can see I've got some weapons at the bottom, and then you can see the weapons that I've decided to keep. You can keep weapons by adding an animal onto each of them, so that they don't get dismantled when you dismantle them, because you probably will want to dismantle them, but that's probably more strategy based, so I won't discuss that now. But yes, here's your weapons, and here's all the commands relating to them. You can equip these to certain animals, as you can see. My Peppa Pig here has a Defender's Aegis, which is quality 92%, which is pretty good. It's Mythic, which is also pretty good. And I did not get it there the smart way, I did it the stupid way that takes forever, because I'm not optimal. But I don't care, I just do it not optimally because it's easier. Woohoo! I do have a couple of legendary weapons. Got another one later on, I think. Yeah, there we go. An orb. Legendary orbs are pretty easy to get, but there you go. 97%, very high. Of course, 100% is the max. Then you could get a fabled weapon, but fabled weapons are extremely rare. Legendary weapons are rare enough already. I've got, in the past, thousands of weapons, and obviously only ever 3 legendaries. So, yeah, you get the point. Anyway, that is the weapons and equipping them. You equip them to your animals, and then your animals will do more damage in battle, or heal, or whatever the weapon does, you know. If you want to see what a weapon does, we use the little weapon code description, as it says here. We can see the weapon and its stats. What does the poison dagger do? Oh, it sells for this much money, and this is what it does, and it has poison as well, and it has mana tap on it. Oh, good stuff. So yeah, you can decide for yourself what's best, or you can ask someone else who probably knows better than you, which is what I did when I was unsure about the weapon system. That was a long time ago, though. Yes, anyway, so that is that. One thing as well that I have not mentioned yet is quests. quests are a thing. We can check my quests. What my quests at the moment? Receiving cookies. Feel free to give me cookies. I've not done cookies yet either. It's one of the fun commands. I currently have 377 cookies. You can send one every day. You just do OWO cookie and then ping someone and it gives them a cookie. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just random, and cookies don't help you in any way whatsoever. But there is a leaderboard for it. There's a leaderboard for basically everything, which is one of the things that I really like about OWObot. I'm only rank 4000 for cookies because I don't really care. Of course, OWO itself is the highest because people will just give the bot cookies all the time. 4000 is not bad considering the bot's in 2 million servers, though. You've got to give me that. And where I am high ranked is money. There we go. Oh. I'm apparently first. No, I didn't put global. G is short for global, obviously. So let's see. It takes a second to load the leaderboard sometimes. There we go, 352nd, which is pretty high ranked, I think. For the past few years, I've been pretty much cruising at 200th. Unfortunately, they recently made the currency leaderboards a little bit pay to win by introducing a method of buying currency, basically. I mean, pretty much that's what they did. And so since you can now buy currency, then people do. And suddenly I go down 150 ranks on the leaderboard. Still slightly salty about that. But yes, this is also why my hunt bot is not super high level, because you can sell your animals in the zoo. That's something I didn't mention. I will sell all of them now as a demonstration. Well, that actually got me a lot. Nice. I clearly haven't sold them in a while. There we go, another 3.5 million. So I could check my money rankings now, see if I've gone up, you know, all the way back up to the top 200, as if. Top 300 if I'm lucky, but nah, probably not. 304th actually did go up a lot. There you go. But yeah, it's no 200th like I was before, so slight sad. If you want to see your exact rank on something like this, you put my instead of top. That's another thing you can do, and then it'll show the ranks of people around you. There we go. Oh, I put my brain's died apparently. My global G. What the hell was that command, huh? I mean, apparently it did something. Fuck it. Kill me. Right. Come on, OWO. Load the leaderboard. Let's get this video wrapped up, eh? There we go. So there we go. I can see who is near me on the rankings. I need another 200,000 to overtake the next person. Fantastic, I'll just get that, shall I? But another thing that you can do with your animals, if I just hunt to get some more, is I can sacrifice them, which is what gives me essence, which is what I use to upgrade my hunt bot. If you want to be smart, you sacrifice everything and you upgrade your hunt bot, because in the long run you will get a lot more out of it. But I'm not smart, I'm not optimal, I've said this before, and I sell everything all the time. And that's how I stay on top of the money leaderboard, because I have been selling everything every time for the last 3 years. And that's also why my hunt bot isn't very maxed out, because I never sacrifice stuff, and all of my upgrades I got off of the natural essence that you get from hunt bots. So, yes. If I go over a quick couple of methods of doing things, I've said to make money you can sell animals. There's also gambling. Realistically, don't gamble. It doesn't help you. You're probably going to lose out. You can actually pretty much always win if you do the coin flip. Because, like, let's say, do I win or... I didn't win, okay. Good example then. But now I just double down and go for 2,000. Okay, it's got a cooldown. Pretty much everything has like a 10-second cooldown. Sorry, I've still got my Minecraft open. What happened to my coin flip? Come on. There we go. So there we go, I win that one. So in the end, I paid 3k and I gained 4k, profit of 1,000. You keep doubling down until you win. As long as you've got enough money, you can keep going up until 50k. But this is why the gambling is also pretty rubbish, because back when the bot first started and the limit was 50k, it made sense because having 50k was a lot of money. Like, you could get into the top 500 on the global leaderboard with like 100k or something, you know? Maybe even higher. In fact, yeah, probably you could. I bet 100k is enough for top 100 or something on the global leaderboard back in, like, you know, March 2018. Whereas now you need, you know, a few 100 million, and 50k is literally nothing. I mean, you just saw, I just typed one command up here, and I got 3.5 million. Is 50k going to help me? No. And it's not going to help you either, because you'll only need to be using the bot for a few days, and you'll probably end up with considerably more than 50k. It depends how often you use it, I suppose, and if you're smart about it. But yeah, so the gambling just doesn't work, really. The coin flip does exist. There is also things like slots. Let's do a slot. Oh, am I going to win anything? I won my money back. Fantastic. Anyway, yeah, there's that, and there's the blackjack as well. But anyway, I'm not going over every command, so just generally don't do gambling. Like, you actually, if you do the coin flip and you're smart about it, you can win every time, pretty much, as long as you put a little enough money in. But you'll win so little money anyway. Scoot, the guy that made the bot, says he's thinking about implementing a new currency soon because he's finally realised that the inflation on currency is getting ridiculous, which of course it is. It's been ridiculous for ages, but apparently he's only just realising that, so you know, we'll see what happens, but that's maybe an update in the future. For now, we're still just using currency. So, woohoo! But yeah, it has been greatly inflated over the years, but that's another matter. I mentioned OO Daily and I mentioned OO Vote. One thing I didn't say is that OO Vote gives you bonus on the weekends. Woohoo! You can probably figure that out for yourself then. Yeah, I think that's just about everything on general use of the bot. I probably forgot a bunch of stuff, but at any rate, I'm planning on doing some more tutorials about OOBot that are maybe slightly less general and slightly more strategy-based in the future. I think with this information, you can reasonably get started on the bot, get started with your hunts, get started with your team, get your hunt bot going, and then see what happens. Like I say, in the future, I will certainly be doing more strategy-based videos, because that's what I do on my day anyway. Anyway, I'll leave this one here now. Bye!